Welcome, everybody, to Down and Dirty with the Badger State Tractor Pullers. My name is Jason Schultz, Greg Elsing, president of the Badger State Tractor Pullers, and Ryan Zolik. Ryan, what's your official title of the Badger State Tractor Pullers? Super fan, video board operator, social media guy? What do we call you, Zolik?
A little bit of everything, I guess. I don't know.
Fair.
IT. I in charge of the IT.
Yeah.
He's the it guy?
We did have some mechanical. We had to fix some mechanical stuff. But.
Let us know where you're watching from tonight. Let us know if you went to Highland. Highland put on a fantastic show. We're going to talk about that in a little bit. We have I can't believe it. There's just 2 polls left on the schedule. I don't know where this summer went, but it's been crazy busy, crazy fun. And we're going to talk about some points heading into Viroqua and Monroe as well for the Greene County Fall Nationals. But I'm going to play Ryan's video that he produced for the Badger State YouTube page, Highland Nationals winners. And then Ryan, I'm going to pause after each one, and we'll talk about each pass, okay? So
sure.
We'll see who'd you put up first? Do you remember?
It's in order of how they pulled, so okay. It's like pro stock first.
So that would have been that Jeremy Plotz guy, right?
Yeah, Jared was driving.
Yep. So talk about, pulling 4-1 forever, and then he builds a light pro, and he comes out, and he's doing pretty good right out of the gate. It's a hell of a good tractor, really good tractor. So. Yep. The big one out of Utica, Minnesota, picks up the win. Andy Cartwright was second. So Jared went 369. Andy was 350 with gray area. Colin was 345 in third. So here we go. What happened to my video, Ryan?
I'm not there, so I don't know what you did.
Guy. I don't know what I did. That's crazy. Sorry about that, guys. Yeah, so that was an awesome pass. Has Jared pulled much with Badger State this year, Ryan, in light pros?
I think this is the first time in competition, with Badger State. I think.
Yeah. I feel like they got out. They've been out about They've been out about 6 weeks, maybe a month.
No, they've been out, I think, most of the summer, I think.
Okay.
Because they did win. They did win a session they did win a session down at Hillsboro. And I think they won the buckle actually too. So actually, around that, I think early August is when they actually got it out.
Okay. Yeah, because I saw them. I feel like I've seen them a couple times this summer, but it's a good ride. It's a brand new chassis, is what I've been told. So.
Yeah, everything's new.
Colin thinks they still might have the 640 in it. That's funny. And
they've been tough. They've been tough in every division that they pulled in, those guys.
They're very tough. Good track readers. They know what they're doing. They got a good piece there. So so congratulations to, first of all, congratulations to Highland. Had a heck of a good crowd again this year. Greg said earlier, they're really good track. The weather was absolutely perfect. So the stars lined up for them guys down there Saturday night. That's awesome. So we're going to go to 466 Hot Farm next?
Yeah, correct. Yep.
Okay. I got to kind of give a shout out to Tony McDonald. He got his first 4-1 win in like since 2019. So, and he got second in Hot Farm. So, it's good stuff. Hi Zolik, I have to ask you a question through Messenger. Then you ask Zolik that question through Messenger, then and he'll answer you. So, here we go.
Here we go. There comes my Viroqua, Wisconsin. Still digging.
So that would be Eric's second win of the year, right? Didn't he win the benefit pool?
Yeah, this is actually on a different tractor. So he bought this tractor.
Okay. So did they buy? So this is Astroman's old tractor that Zahner had, and then Zahner sold it to Eric.
Yes.
Yep. Okay, got it. I'm just trying to keep up with everything, Ryan. Trying to keep up with everything. So good deal. So does he have his other hot farm as well too, or did he sell that one?
I don't know what the plan is for the other hot farm. As far as I know, he still has it.
Do you have? Okay.
He did not pull it
the other night?
No.
Okay, gotcha. And then Tony got second at 319, was still broke. And then Elliot Breezer out of Caledonia, Minnesota, was third with Papa's Itch. Derek Schweiger says it's sold. Where's it going, Derek? Tell us. We love rumors here on the Badgers Down and Dirty Badger State show here. So good stuff. All right, next class up then, Ryan, would have been 4.1 Limited Pro. Tony McDonald got the win. And like we mentioned, I think Tony said that's his first win since 2019. So that had to feel good for him. So,
yeah.
So good pass for Tony there. I paused right with the tow tractor in front of it. So. There we go. That looks a little better there. Looks like that left side, that's kind of where Jared Plotz went too. I don't know. We'll have to find out where the Pro Stock winner went. So we'll have to get it figured out. Okay, so Tony McDonald was down the middle. Okay. Tony McDonald was 340.798, and he was your winner. Bill Smith was second at 334, and John Meyer Jr. were third at 328. 16 4-1s. It was good to so looks like Connie came up, Tanner Michael, and the Ruth Tractors were there as well.
Yep.
So Doug Ruth. So that's good.
Yep. It was a good show.
Good.
Yeah.
Strong class.
Yeah.
Super modified two-wheel drive. Go ahead. Great.
The boys were and they had to come back last, and it was a night the sun went down. The track did not get better for the first time ever.
Yeah. Yeah, because they were first hook and they went 340 as well on their first hook. So it's hard to say if it would have gotten much further than that or not, the way the track went for them.
Brent Leonard was second hook and he turned it down too, and then Tony was third.
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah, it looks like Brent was 314.
Yeah, and he was 305 on that first after the sled reset.
Okay. Good deal. Good deal. All right, so two-wheel drive truck is next. Kyle Timmerman, Dickeyville, Wisconsin, hot and nasty.
Yeah, he made a beautiful pass.
I'm really struggling with that, Ryan. So strong class of two-wheelers as well there. Kyle was 321. Chad Hegarty was 311. Willie Deppy was third at 306. So it looks like we had 8 two-wheel drive trucks down there. Man, that crowd, was it as big as it was during COVID, Greg, do you feel like? Or, was it standing room only again?
I don't think so, but, that was a different year, You only got to go to 2 or 3 tractor pulls in the state.
Oh, I know. COVID year was dumb.
Yeah, it's hard to compare to that, but it was as big a crowd as they've had other than COVID year.
You know, that's what people know the area. Awesome. At the, we were half hour in, and there was still cars. You have to come down over this hill to get into the valley where the facility is, and there was cars lined up over that hill to get in. Still at 6:30.
Yep. I mean, it was as big as they've had, except I would say the COVID year was bigger, but that was it.
Yeah, and anybody that had a tractor pull in 2020 during COVID had their best year ever. But I was down there for that, and that was insane, the amount of people down there. But it just looks like a really big crowd again from the grandstands that I can see in the videos. So.
Yep, it was a crowd.
Colin Burkholdt says Kurt did an excellent job naming his new son. I'm guessing he named his new son Colin. Maybe that'd be the only thing that makes sense. Can we confirm any of these rumors, Greg or Ryan? Or
I did not get to see the post of their new kid.
No.
Okay. Well, no. Colin, I'm sure it's Colin if it's named after.
I wonder if they spelled it with a K though.
I would hope so.
Which way is right?
Yeah, we'll have to find out.
Yeah.
And then we went to here. Finished out tonight with Pro Stocks. No, we got Pro Stocks and Super Farms yet to go yet. Okay, Pro Stocks are up next. That Esden Lemke guy goes 342. Yep. John Link went 340. Randy Brew went 338. 10 pros, Greg. Awesome. This late in the year? Holy cow.
Everybody getting them rounded up. You know, the one thing I will say, the guy that did the most, Randy's new tires, them hole shots, I mean, them things I think are really helping him a lot. Or not hole shots, the Parks tires. You know, he took the hole shots off, which Bill Smith put on, and got second place with them. And Randy put the Parks tires on, and I think they're really working for him.
Good deal.
Yep.
Good deal. Well, let's watch Esden Lemke's win here in Highland, Wisconsin, Saturday night.
Well, he's just getting ready to go ahead once and take it off to his side of town.
Yeah, first of all, it's only $10 to get in the Highland, and they got to see 10 Pro Stocks. That paid for the admission right there. That's right. Awesome. Esden 342, John Link 340, Randy Brew 338, and then Clinton Molitor was 337. Andrew Volwald was 332. Travis Wildman is 331. Jared Brinkmeyer 318. Mason Elsing 312. Is that the first time Mason's driven T8?
He drove in Darlington and it burned a piston 150 feet. Got another shot at it that night.
And this is the first time the class has been out since the Pullers Championship then, right, Greg?
I believe. Oh, yeah.
308. Yep. And it looks like the Glenn Valentine was driving Craig's tractor, and they must have had some issues because they only went 50 feet. So
Airgate pulled shot times on the line. Some wasn't set right.
Gotcha.
So which is good. And then somebody else couldn't get off the line either.
It happened to Robbie too.
The first tractor, Robbie's shot too. The first time you seen Robbie come running down there in the beginning. Pull in again. You know, something.
And then Super Farm, Chuck Gutenberg. We'll talk about points right after this, fans. But right now we're watching the winning passes from Highland. Again, shout out to let's see, I'll run them off here again. Jared Plotz won Light Pro at 369. Eric Vesbach won Hot Farm at 322. Tony McDonald won Limited Pro 4-1s at 340. Kyle Timmerman won two-wheel drive trucks at 321. Esden Lemke won Pro Stocks at 342. And then Chuck Gutenberg from Ryle, Wisconsin with the 3688 beautiful tractor, Positive Ground. We have a video. We have actually an interview queued up for him. We're going to play this winner from last spring that Greg would have got on John up there at Slamus at the dyno that day. But Chuck won at 320. Jason Vinny was second at 315.4. Wow, they basically tied with Cootsie.
Do we have a video of Chuck?
Yep, I'm playing it right now.
In the top 5 the last night. With the Pro Bowl.
Chuck's been running good all year for a couple of years now. It looks like, don't you think?
Yeah, nope. He's been both on Champions Tour and with Badger State. Always a competitor.
Yep. I don't know who's leading the Champions Tour points too. Is it?
Josh Miley actually won. Their season ended this last weekend down at Scheid, and so Josh, that's 4 in a row for Josh Miley.
Yeah. Yep. Who's in second?
Punky finished second.
Punky finished second in points, Mason just said. Punky came up pretty strong at the end of the year here. They figured something out.
Well, they never missed.
Well, I think because they were waiting on new stuff, but they kind of just threw everything on from last year, from my understanding, and then did pretty well with Champions Tour and the rest of the Badger State season.
Their first hope.
He won one of the sessions in Hillsboro, didn't he?
Yeah. Yeah, but
I thought so.
Yep. I think they were really close to getting the buckle if they didn't get the buckle.
Yeah. Yep. Yep.
But yeah, first or second and third. Yeah, I was just going to mention quick about because Jason Vinny and Trip Downing are the two that are kind of battling for the points tie for Badger State.
Yep.
Yeah.
And they both finished within 0.004 of a foot of each other.
I saw that.
Saturday.
Yeah, like 315.444 and 315.44. So.
Yeah, 0.
Yep.
And so those 2 points, Trip needed to gain some grounds, but he's got two more chances.
Who got that?
Are they in Baroque?
Trip was farther than Jason?
No, Vinny was 0.004 of a foot farther.
Okay.
So he gained 2 more points on Trip on his lead.
Yeah. Yeah, I think Coots drove the Trips tractor there.
Yeah.
Yes, he did. Yep.
He was going to be our guest tonight, but then he didn't feel well. He had carpal tunnel surgery today, so he felt a little under the weather yet.
Yep. So just to show you how we all know how fast tractor pulling, Tori gets her first win right in Beaver Dam last weekend.
No, it shines the night before.
And then went for a little bit of a rough ride here Saturday night in Highland. So.
Johnson, Fast and Furious.
So yeah, that was a rough one.
Yeah, her wheels turned pretty good when it came.
Fast and Furious.
Is she okay? Has anybody got a chance to talk to her?
Yeah.
Did she get her bell rung at all? Or?
Yeah, I talked to Don. He said she's fine, and just her pride's hurt more than anything. But that was only her 4th time driving the tractor.
Yeah.
But she goes from winning down at Scheids to, and for whatever reason during the Super Farm class that night, it pulled you to the left for whatever reason for them.
Yeah.
A lot of them got pulled to the left, and She just
they were out there and they were going left too, and it's hard to get that out of the track.
It's funny. It's funny how tracks will do that, and it'll hold you in there, and no matter how much you pound on the brake, you doesn't do any good at all.
But that's why, you know, some guys will start cross-tracking it, you know,
Yep.
so you drive across them ruts. You know, but you're always taking a big chance doing that, whether you're going to do any good or not.
Yep. So if you're just joining us, we're live every Monday night at 7 o'clock. We do Down and Dirty with the Badger State Tractor Pullers. Greg Elsing, Ryan Zolik, myself, and John Stranley joins us as well. He's busy with his son tonight. So, and Greg, who sponsors Down and Dirty at Badger State Tractor Pullers again?
Don Slama, Ed Casper, Matt Casper, and Trip Downing.
Awesome.
Are all our sponsors. Yep.
We're gonna have to have Zolik we're gonna have to have Zolik. I'm asking Zolik publicly to make us a nice video for our sponsors, Ryan, when you get time. So
okay.
I'll upload it. You're our guy for that. So, well, let's talk points. Let's talk points if you don't mind. The website has through Lancaster, Ryan. So, do you want me to talk about that, or do you kind of know everything off the top of your head?
I did right before I came on the classes that are tight that are going into Baroque. I did do some quick math, so it's not like official. I just went off of results and quickly.
Ryan, if you're doing it, Ryan, it's as official as it's going to be.
Oh yeah, I'm sure. So Mike Meyer, who only had a 2-point lead heading into Highland over Dominic Holdgroffer, he built. He had a really good finish. He finished second, and Dominic didn't have a really good finish, and so he gained 20 points on them last night. But that's how quick he can lose and gain. Yeah, this is 466 Hot Farm.
Big class.
Yep.
And then so Dominic and Warren are tied for second now at 535. Mike Meyer and Double Trouble team, they're at 555. Sitting right there, I'm in I guess fourth place is Tracy and Mike Paulson, the Diamond Deer, at 534. And then I have Lee Ruff sitting at 532. So those are kind of the tractors in contention right now with 2 hooks to go at Baroque and Monroe. 4.1 limited pro stock. John actually lost some ground to John Meyer Jr. and Jared Fredericks. I have him sitting at 665, 636 for Fredericks and Chris Feller with the Wild Buck, and third right behind them at 634 is John Meyer Jr. So they're gaining. It's still a big feat to catch John, but there is kind of, I guess, a small window there for those two guys. They're in Baroque and Monroe as well.
John's a pretty good puller. Them guys all are, but you know, them guys don't mess up too often.
Yeah, and at Highland, you know, and the way the track was, he was looks like you know, they were able to gain over 10 points each on him, which so it's going to be tough, but you know, with
It definitely can happen, but there's only 2 events left, so you know, and he's got a pretty good lead. It'll be hard to beat John.
Yeah.
So it looks like, guys. So the limited pros, the super farms, the 466 and the 360. So trucks each have 2 hooks left. Otherwise, it'll be a finale in Monroe, right, Ryan?
Yep, correct. And then it's pretty much in super farm. It's between Jason Vinny and Trip Downing. And like I said, Jason gained another 2 points. Right now, I have it at a 22-point lead for Jason Vinny over Trip. So, you know, like we said, anything can happen, but that'll be tough. Was as good as Jason's been running all season, and but you never know.
Yep.
And Ryan, Baroque is typically a pretty good power track, if I remember correctly, isn't it?
Yeah, they typically do have a really good track there, and you get a lot of speed as well at Baroque.
Is that Josh's sled? or is it Johnny Peterson?
I don't know if typically they do book Peterson there.
I think that's
because he's not too far from home because he's up in that Black River Falls area, isn't he, Johnny?
Yeah.
Yep.
I feel like Greg.
So. Yep. That's a good sled to hook too. I like that one too. And
then in Monroe, with Monroe at that noon start time, if you could have an early hook, you could be early class or a later class, and that track can change so much based upon if the sun's out or the wind's out or, if it's overcast or whatever. We've seen that track really, be a lot of different things based upon the weather.
When I'm there, Mark Hawthorne and I usually talk a little bit and try, Mark actually knows too, you keep the order where if you've got a good points race going in a class, we'll try to get them where the track doesn't change a lot. So it comes out right. You don't want something on that if you could help it, but it's hard in the afternoon.
Trip Downey says, I don't think you can get much closer to a tie than Jason and us. No, 4 100s, or what'd you say, 4 100ths of an inch, Ryan?
4,000s.
4,000s. Yep.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, Trip, you were on the wrong side of that 4,000ths of an inch or whatever. So
that's what she said.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I think with the 3.6 diesel trucks, after Sauk, I think it's either a 10 or 12 point lead for Ryan Funk over Jamie Lars. That should be on the website.
Funk's won it last year, right?
Yeah, with Corey with the white truck.
Okay.
Didn't the gold one get second too last year? I'm not sure.
I think so.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure they went 1 and 2 last year.
Yeah. Yeah. But we get down to Monroe, we'll try to keep all them classes that have a tight points race. We'll try to do our best to give them, so one end of the class doesn't have a track advantage.
Yeah, Funk and Movin has a 10-point lead on Lars after Sauk, Ryan, heading into Baroka and there. So
yeah, because he gained between Lancaster and Sauk, he gained points, both those hooks on him.
He picked up 2 at Sauk, and then he picked up
I think 4. Yeah,
4 in Beaver Dam. Yep. And then he picked up 4 more in Utica as well. So yeah, he's been catching them. It's still possible. I mean, if they'd stumble and finish towards the bottom, I mean, it's not hard.
Yeah, there's enough.
There's enough wrong and finish towards the bottom. So
and
tough.
And I think this weekend, Josh Stahl won Friday night down at Shides.
He did.
And I don't know I didn't get a chance to see the results from Saturday.
I can pull those up quick.
But I think most of the 3.6 guys did pretty well down there both nights. And then,
well, we talk about it all the time. When Badger State tractors or trucks go anywhere else in the nation, they shine brightly. They shine bright like a diamond, Ryan. Yep. That was a joke, guys. That's a song. That's like
I know.
Wasn't very fun.
Really, Greg? Oh, Greg's having some technical difficulties. He's in the penalty box. That's what you get for talking back. So it's like in hockey, Ryan.
Is that a 2-minute penalty?
Oh, I don't make him wait 2 minutes. I kind of I can see him in the green screen. He's flipping me off right now. So once he's done flipping me off, I'll let him back on the show. All right, Elsine, that's your warning, buddy.
2 minutes, I'll fall asleep. I got into some points. I'm on Benadryl, and it just kicks your butt.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, and beer don't help it.
Did the 3.6 pulled Saturday night down there at Shides, right, in Lions?
Both nights. So I think they had like 20 or 22 trucks in the 3.6 class both nights.
Yeah, so Norman Newswanger won, Chapter 11, Rock Diesel second, Shide Diesel third.
Yeah, Ben Schiff. God, so that was a good run for them.
That's a Badger State truck, right? He probably Badger State. He was second. Banana Max, they were fourth. They pull with Badger State some. Then Thicker and Blood was seventh. Funk and Grubin with eighth. Relentless 9. So yeah, I mean,
top 10.
Half of the top 10 was Badger State down there. They had 22 trucks in the class. Wow.
Do they nights there or just one anymore?
2 nights.
2 nights.
Yep.
Yeah, the 3-6 doesn't have to qualify during the day, like the 2-6 and the 3-0. So if you're pulling in the night in the 2-6 and the 3-0 class, you made it through the qualifiers during the day.
Do they take the top 12 or something?
Yeah, so they split them. Yeah, it's either the top 5 or yeah, so top 5 from each track. So they split you in half.
Yep.
And one top 5 from both tracks.
There you go.
Good stuff.
Yep.
What else for points, Ryan? Sorry, we got you off track there a little bit.
Those were the ones, because I know those were going into Viroqua here in a couple weeks. Everything else will be sitting idle. 640, I think we mentioned that their season ended at Pecatonica.
Yep. I think we'll have more hooks for them guys next year. You know, we got they've shown that they'd have a few tractors show up each time. So I think there'll be a few more for them guys next year. We can make it work. But if they're, you know, we don't sign them on top of PI or anybody else is our problem.
Right.
You know, we just can't. There's not enough of them guys to go around. So we work with all of them together and just make sure that we're not stepping on each other's toes.
Yep. So 2 hooks to go yet this season, Badger State fans. Vernon County Fair. The last county fair in Wisconsin every year in Viroqua, Wisconsin, just up the road from me here in Richland Center. September 15th at 7 p.m. It's a neat old neat grandstand, good track, great pit area. It's a fun place to go pull on a Friday night. And then the end cap of the Badger State year every year down there, Hawthorne and the team, the Greene County Fall National starting at noon. What are all the classes that we got going on down there? I'll read those off for you quick. But we know we got Super Farms, Limited Pros, 466 Hot Farm, and 3.6 trucks in Viroqua Friday night. And then I want to read off all the classes for the Greene County Fall Nationals. We got, let's see here.
Yeah, it will be a little bit of a short turnaround for some of the classes this year since they moved up a weekend down in Rome.
So we have Pro Stocks, 4.1s, 540 Light Pros, Super Farms, Light Limited Super Stocks, 466 Hot Pro Stock diesel trucks, and 2-wheel drives. Yeah, I feel like Greene County Fall Nationals was always that next weekend out, wasn't it, Ryan and Greg?
Oh, yeah.
Mark's trying to move it up there because it just gets late in the fall and guys are in the fields and, you know, other things going, you know, busy. So we're trying to find out when Viroqua was next year and not be, you know, move it up a little bit.
Greg, from a scheduling standpoint, I feel like next year is that year where you have it gets all screwy, like every 6 year or whatever, isn't it?
Whatever leap year it is, you know, kind of.
So every other year, though, so this Cheese Days in Monroe is every other year and at the fairgrounds. So that's why they're able to go up this year.
Okay.
But, yeah. It could be something.
In 24, we have 29 days in February.
Okay. Yep.
And then I feel like, and from my old churning dirt days, you know, some Julys, Greg, we'd have 5 Saturdays and some we'd have 4. This year you have 4. That's hard.
Yep.
In July, to have 4 Saturdays, 4 Fridays, 4 Saturdays.
That makes a couple hell weeks there where you got 3 or 4 pulls in a week. And then it goes into August too, you know, it just changes that too.
Yeah, now August you got 5 Fridays and 5 Saturdays in August next year, Greg. But with the late one probably being Labor Day, looks like. So that's gonna be
Yep.
And then September, Ryan, looks like and next year, Ryan, in September, it's the 7th, the 14th, the 21st, and the 28th for Saturdays. So Richland's probably the 6th and 7th weekend, and then Vernon. So Monroe will probably be back to that 21st weekend.
Yeah, we're always the 2nd weekend in September, and then Vernon's always the 3rd weekend.
Okay. So it could be late September.
Iowa, because Iowa is Labor Day weekend.
Okay.
Iowa County Fair.
Gotcha.
Yep.
Good deal.
Yep.
Yeah, and Brian Thedian says it doesn't interfere with Viola, the biggest brush pull in the state of Wisconsin.
Yeah, they'll definitely get some more additions this year, I would imagine, because the last several years it's always fallen.
Greg, if you want me to get the Pro and take it down to Viola and hook it in the 10 Open, I'll come over and get it while you're harvesting. Okay.
And clean the last 2 passes, so maybe we figured something out.
Awesome. Yep. Well, if anybody doesn't have any other questions or anything like that, we can wrap this up. It's about 7:40. I don't know, Ryan, do you got anything? We can talk about.
I just want to mention next week. This goes out to pollers. The registration will open up for the 2024 Midwest Winter Nationals next Tuesday.
Got it. Have there been any? I've been trying to share some posts around, Ryan, when I see them. Have there been any other like big changes on classes or rules or anything like that we can talk about?
The biggest thing, we're still in what I heard from Clint, with obviously with the new rules with the cross bolts and either getting that plate or so that will be finalized here in the next couple weeks. We'll get out. Everyone's gonna have, every class that has a turbo is gonna have to have that, no matter if it's 15 mile an hour to the 5.0 Pro stocks. Everyone will be required to meet those rules. Really, so the hot farm, I guess, in the 9500 hot farm class, since we got rid of the 10 and 11 Pro farm this year, the ECI hot farms will be allowed to pull at their normal setting rules in that class this year. And then the Outlaw Super Farm can pull in the combo class that we added last year. So they'll be allowed to pull in that class if they want to. If they, just to give them an opportunity to come and pull.
Yeah. I put the whatsmoking.net link up in the comments, everybody. That'll take you to the website. Ryan does an awesome job with that website. Ryan, if you want to jump on Let's Grow Pulling tonight for 5 minutes and talk about, you're in that chat, so just jump on. We can talk about the Midwest Winter Nationals if you want. So
sure,
it's all good. Tonight's going to kind of be kind of like our Badger State show tonight, kind of a free for all. I still don't know where the summer went. I mean, I'm tired as hell. I'm not going to lie, but I just can't believe it's going to be. It's the end of August already.
Well, did you do the South Dakota to Nebraska?
I did.
Were you in that swing?
Yeah, I got home. We left. Kenzie and I left the Nebraska State Fair last night at 10:30. We got home at 10 o'clock this morning. So
drove straight.
Yep.
That stinks.
But I had to get back for work, so I took an hour and a half nap this afternoon. I'm tired as well. So Let's Grow Pulling. It'll not be a long Let's Grow Pulling tonight. Well, it might be, but you're not going to see my face on there for 2 hours tonight.
2 hours, long time.
It is. It really, really is.
Yep. So. Yep.
Well, great. Yeah. Again, Midwest Winter Nationals. What are the dates on that, Ryan? I'm looking on the website.
That's the 11th through the 11th through the 13th. Is that the second weekend in January?
Yeah, I'm checking right now.
It's either 11th through 13th or 12th through the 14th.
It is.
Got to be the 12th or the 14th. Is a week after the fair convention usually. Right?
Oh, the website says 2023. Sorry, Ryan, I was looking at that, bud. The second week in January?
Yeah.
Let me pull it up quick.
Whatever that falls on.
It's the 12th and 13th is the second weekend in January.
So
the 11th
and 12th.
Yeah, 11th and 13th. Yeah. Thursday through Saturday, right?
Yeah. Yep.
Greg, when's the Wisconsin Fair Convention?
It's always the first full weekend in January. It'll be the weekend before that, or the Monday before that. So we'll go to Fair Convention Sunday night, get home Wednesday, and head out Thursday for that. If the boys are
the first Monday of the month is New Year's Day, Greg.
Yeah, so I doubt it. I don't know if the Fair Convention will be that weekend then.
It might be the next weekend.
Yeah, it will be the second weekend. They won't do it on.
I feel like a lot of years we had Gordyville. I'm sorry for calling it Gordyville, Ryan. I know Tucker always gets mad at me for calling it Gordyville. But then I would come right back up and go to the Fair Convention. I feel like sometimes, Greg. So.
Well, the Fair Convention was after Gordyville always.
Yeah, because he would have to follow the flea market, so he'd sometimes get pushed up that first weekend in January sometimes.
Yep.
Well,
and then he would rotate all the way down to the third weekend in January. Those really weird years. So it would really move there.
Colin Burkholt says room is reserved for the banquet. What is the date on the banquet, Greg? Do you know off the top of your head?
It's the first Saturday in December.
So December 2nd.
December 2nd, yep.
Is that when Iowa will be in the Big Ten championship playing on the big screen?
Oh yeah.
Nope.
After I'm full transparency, Jesus, all the good stuff right now. Your guys' new coach for the Badger fans, he's legit. Fickle or Fackle or Farkle or whatever his name is.
Everybody, and I listened to ESPN Radio today, and how Chris McIntosh got him is what they were talking about. They don't know how. Well, that might happen.
It's definitely the biggest hire since Barry Alvarez.
Definitely.
Huge.
I think it's.
And then, is old Bielema still down there in Illinois?
Yep. Yeah. He did get Jim Leonard though as his defensive coordinator.
I don't think he's something about player operations. I thought, not defensive.
Yeah, well, he's like a consultant.
Okay.
Something like that.
I think Leonard will be a head coach in the Big
Ten. I think it's going to be a big recruiting tool. I think for him on the defensive side.
You can't blame Fackle or Fickle. What's his name? Sorry, I'm not trying to be funny. Fickle.
Luke Fickle, yeah.
You can't blame him for wanting to bring in your own people. I mean, I get it. Even though Leonard's a big name. Is that Northwestern? Is that Northwestern coach still in a bunch of trouble?
Yeah, I think he resigned.
He resigned. He is now with he is on another team. I forget, like Loyola or something.
Gotcha.
Yep. That's a big loss for them because he was a good
coach.
He always played Wisconsin tough.
He does. It's a bad place for Wisconsin to go.
Yeah, I always love the Wisconsin Northwestern game.
Yeah, we could be undefeated going to Northwestern and then lose 12.
Well, and Northwestern could be 4-5 too when you played them. That was always the thing.
Yeah.
Northwestern.
Yep.
They might win, but they aren't going to cover.
No.
Weird that Greg would know about gambling.
Yeah.
Well, guys, thank you so much for watching Down and Dirty with the Badger State Drafter Pullers. We're here every Monday night at 7 o'clock. Again, the off season will be dedicated to probably a puller interview. Zolik, you don't know this yet, but you're going to help me line up a guest on Monday nights, and we're going to just interview, kind of go through the ranks and whatever Greg has for pullers and sponsors and stuff like that. But just to keep Badger State top of mind with our pulling family and stuff throughout the off season. It goes fast, sure does. So
definitely get into more machine shops in the winter and people's shops, and see that that's some neat stuff to do. It's hard to do, in the summer when we're pulling it, even during fall harvest here. But we'll get something on the show every night.
Yep.
Well, I also want to thank our sponsors again: Ed Casper, Trip Downing, Don Slama, and Matt Castor.
Yep, awesome.
All for their help with this.
It is awesome.
Ryan,
really, it's great having you on the show. Thank you for coming on Monday night. I know it's busy.
Thank you, Ryan.
Ryan, you know what? I'll give you a Coltrane energy drink, Pat.
Great.
Hey, so I got to turn my camera. I got a white one for you, Ryan. Which one do you want? Seriously, I'll set one off to the side. Got this one.
Did they get their website up? Because the bar down the road, the Shop Bar by Dennis Fry's shop.
Yep.
Made the signature drink out of the Coltrane. The 2 cases they opened it up new. They have their signature drink and they can't get anymore online.
Yeah, they're shipping pre-orders. Something's not right because they've been getting them. Ryan, which one did you want? Did you know?
The gray one.
Okay.
I like the white and gray. I think it was like
I'll put that right up here. Next to my Donald Trump bobblehead. I know how much that's giggly. Yep. My daughter got that for me. Is he in jail? Did he get out?
He's on bond.
They should have put him in jail and then let all the Secret Service guard him and all that stuff. That would have been neat, right?
Yeah.
I love Trump, but I wish he would have just let him put him in jail and see what happened.
Do they stand in front of the doors, or do they stand behind the door?
I don't know.
You guys thought there was a riot before at the White House. Can you imagine what jail they stuck him in?
Oh yeah.
Well, it would have been Fulton County, Georgia.
Yeah, that's where he got in trouble, right?
That's where he got
there, right?
Booked, I guess. Is that the right term?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm glad none of us really know good jail terms. That makes me happy.
Good ones are bad.
So here's ColtraneEnergy.com. It's working.
Okay.
And they're doing free shipping right here. So you order your packs. I got some in the garage. If you need me to run some over.
If you bring some over, we'll buy. I'm sure she'd buy it from you.
Okay.
If you're coming
What
through.
is what are they mixing with it?
I don't know. I forget what they called it. It's lime green when it's done. It's pretty good. It's really good.
Yeah, because I've been told about some Apple Crown and well, I was talking about it with him up at Hillsboro, Ryan, the owner. And I'm like, yeah, what are some of the best alcoholic drinks that have come out of Coltrane? And he gave me a couple of them, but yeah. Because there was always Red Bull and vodka was always the big thing, right? For the longest time, and then Monster and something.
Yep. This one's better than all of them. Bring a couple cases with you. We'll buy them, and we'll go down and test one for you.
All right. I might just have to call in sick to Let's Grow Pulling and just head over right now. So.
we could do that. We could go from their place some night.
Yeah, you and I are tired, but we drink a couple Coltrane's, we'll wake up. Those things, when I drink them when I'm announcing, I gotta quit drinking them like at 9 to 10 o'clock at night. It's hard to go to bed after you.
Yeah,
but
I can't.
They really do taste good. It really does, and I don't get the jitters from them at all. Like a Red Bull will really I get a little shaky, but these they got a little power, pack the power. So
they're a little smoother.
Yep, I enjoy them.
All right.
All right, guys. Thanks for watching every Monday night. Zolik, again, it's great to see your face. Elsing, whatever. Love you. Have a good night, guys.
You too.
I don't like to give you public compliments.
Likewise.